Crazy news just got out online, and this movie will blow your mind. Coinbase, the world's biggest cryptocurrency market, is doing everything it can to push up the price of XRP. This could be the best sign ever for bulls. XRP experts say it's only a matter of time before it hits. But what kind of growth do we mean? $333. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now get ready for this. You can't miss a single second of this show. Let's get right to it. Please remember to, there's a lot of news about Ben Scup again, but this time it's not because of a court case. This time companies are starting to accept it in a very different way. For example, Coinbase did something not long ago that could have. This is more than just a new trade item. It's a clear sign that people are starting to trust X Group more, and the US market is finally ready for controlled crypto derivatives linked to XRP institutional Coinbase. We are happy to say that Coinbase Derivatives has applied to the Commodity Futures Trading Commission to self-certify XRE futures. This will allow investors to access one of the most liquid digital assets in a way that is safe and doesn't waste money. It means that one of the most trusted and controlled large buyers will soon be able to trade SCR on US crypto sites that follow all the rules. There will be strong protections like a 10% cap on price changes every hour, and each futures contract will be worth 500 scripts. This isn't just a bet, it's meant to get money from hedge funds and other regular investors. As a result, there is real buying pressure on the spot market when institutions buy or sell futures, and often back up their positions with the real asset. In the case of XRP, this means that when futures are added to a site like Coinbase, they add a new level of liquidity and give investors a way to bid on price. The price could go up because a lot of people are buying and selling it on spot markets. The fact that Coinbase is putting XRP futures is not a big deal. It has to do with infrastructure, and infrastructure is what drives markets up. Bitnomial was the first company to give XRP futures that were regulated by the market in March, which also helped this rising trend. As an interesting side note, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission dropped its lawsuit against the SEC soon after noticing a better regulatory environment. This choice says a lot about how unstable the government has been over XRP for years. But it looks like the clouds are finally going away while this is going on. The CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, is optimistic about XRP's bigger role in global finance. He has said that XRP could even be added to crypto reserves managed by the government. He is also sure that the SEC will finally approve a spot experiential ETF. That's a strong claim, but one that feels more stable than ever. This is an example of a spot ETF for those who don't know what it is. It's like buying the materials to make your own. It's like ordering a ready-made dish at a restaurant. When you buy cryptocurrency straight through a spot ETF, it lets investors buy the good, in this case GREX, without having to deal with wallets, private keys, or crypto exchanges. It's traded on normal stock markets and works well for investment accounts used by pension funds, mutual funds, and big investors. A lot of institutional capital poured into spot Bitcoin ETFs almost as soon as they were approved. They made Bitcoin seem more real and let a lot more people trade in it. If XRP goes in the same direction, it could have a big effect on its price and reputation around the world. If the ETF is approved, it will show that XRP is more than just a fancy name. XCR is about to start a new phase, and there is no better time than now. If that happens, it will become an important part of the new financial world. As a first step toward controlled XRP futures, Coinbase is laying the groundwork. Once the SEC dropped its appeal against Ripple, the market's big players are getting ready for a showdown that won't be shaped by court drama, but by speed, adoption, and getting in. What's going to happen with a spot ETF in the next few months? The message is already clear. The market is changing to show that XRP is once again being taken seriously. This is probably something you didn't see coming, but it's only the beginning. It's not just the news that XRP is famous. People are about to witness something really big. Now that Coinbase is involved, there may not be much time left to invest in XRP before it really takes off. Don't leave yet, because what comes next might really blow your mind. In a bold tweet, someone says in 5 years, everyone will wish they had bought XRP today. This begins what many people see as an important moment in the history of crypto. When the crypto market changes a lot, people who follow the business like Steph weigh in on how the market is changing in general. Steph says that if you hold XRP, you are already rich. This account brings attention to both the possible gains and the changing ideas of wealth. It's easy to see why big Wall Street firms like JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, and others bought the dip while most people were scared and selling. As Steven says, even though they screamed recession from the rooftops, they bought the bottom again. This is a common pattern for institutional investors who see chance where others see chaos. The first big jump in XRP prices could be the start of a big one, and small buyers could miss out if the market does. Something else interesting that Buffett tweeted, after being glad that Trump's tariffs have been put on hold, Saul plays with the idea of what might happen in the future. He thinks that XRP will reach great heights, which means that if these kinds of XRP's price could go through the roof to $20, or even higher if global factors have a big effect on the markets. The conversations aren't just about how people feel on social media. Analysts like Script Captain and Egger Crypto are giving their expert estimates. Script Captain recently said that Ripple might want to reach $100, and people who follow him were very angry about his post because he didn't say exactly when or what set off the events. It sparked heated arguments and more research, just like Golgrasil Crypto did with his Just Do a chart to support his claim that XPR will not only hit double digits in the short term, but it could even go over triple digits. His technical point of view, which is as a stepping stone, a goal near $13, and the classic cup pattern movement, give real-world meaning to what might otherwise seem like wishful thinking. But then not all predictions are clear. A crypto analyst named Cut Dark Defender says the opposite. He thinks that XRP could soar to around $333 if it returns the performance of its 2017 bull run, that the value of XRP might not go up by that much in this case. If the price goes up to $280, the market value is close to $1.6 trillion, which is a very large amount by any standard. Dark Defender, on the other hand, doesn't think these things are true. He says that crypto market caps are more way you look at how the market works, they are more of an illusion than a real limit. It would also be wrong not to talk about relationships and how important XRP is to changing the way money works. Many people still don't pay attention to what's going on behind closed doors, but that's where the real strong signal is that there is more to this than meets the eye. There is more to it than just guessing about prices. There is global infrastructure use and deals that could change the game forever. If you know what's going to happen, you should get rich now. It's slowly becoming clear that XRP is more than just another blockchain token. It's a carefully thought out way to make money. The crypto market goes through a lot of hype cycles. What makes XRP stand out? Its value has never been built on talk. It's about finding real-world solutions in a trillion-dollar business. As XRP is used more and more around the world, its price might go through the roof, but that won't be due to speculation. It will happen because it has to ripple. CEO Brad Garlinghouse dropped a bomb not long ago that shocked the digital money